Hi everyone. In honor of World Breastfeeding Week, I wanted to make a video because we officially just weaned our toddler from nursing. Yes, our toddler. So he is over 2.5, and we were breastfeeding from the beginning, and we were able to wean in took us really about 3, 4 days. But the whole process, I felt it was about 2 weeks because it still was a transitioning period for him, and for him to adjust to not doing something that he was so accustomed to doing, it was a bit of a challenge. So this video is for the other side of breastfeeding. You always hear the struggles of breastfeeding and how it's hard to latch or how it's hard to maintain supply, but you don't always hear the struggle of weaning, which can be very, very difficult. Think about it. This is something you've been doing, especially if you have a toddler and you're breastfeeding a toddler. There's shame. Sometimes people shame you for breastfeeding for past 2 years. And also, it can be very challenging because emotionally you build like this sense, this bond with your child, and all of a sudden people just go, oh, you should just stop. Like, it's just so easy, right? But obviously it's not that easy. It is a process, and in the process of doing the whole weaning, you have to be aware that there's going to be significant changes. Your child will experience significant changes mood wise, emotionally, and so will you as a mother. And everyone else in the household will experience the effects or the after effects of weaning. So this is basically my whole exit strategy for weaning. And so it's really important to think about long term. So if you're going to be breastfeeding and you say you end up somehow breastfeeding past a year, you may want to think about how you will eventually wean. So it's like your own exit strategy, right? Something that you want to keep in mind and that they don't always mention or talk about is the possibility of becoming anxious and depressed after you wean because of the drop in the hormone levels that produce the milk. So you're no longer going to be producing the level of oxytocin that you were before. So that in itself can lead to depression and anxiety in mothers. So it's like another aspect of postpartum that people don't think of and they don't talk about, or maybe they just don't know. So when people go, oh, just stop, you can't just stop. This is something that is emotionally charged and hormonally charged as well. So you just want to think about that, and you want to definitely have a support system. Have people who've weaned prior to who could share tips and strategies. Like for us, what I was doing was I gradually decreased the amount of feeds per day. So our son, he was starting to gravitate to food, obviously, but at the same time, he would wean sometimes throughout the night still. And obviously, for us, that was problematic because we want him to sleep through the night and we want him to be more open to all the different types of foods, right? But he's extremely picky eater, and he was just very latched on. And because of the fact that now that I'm a doctoral student, it's harder for me because I'm not always out and about. Now I'm actually able to just stay home. I can write at home. And so that in itself made it harder because I'm always with him. And so even with my husband is with him, he would still, when I come home, latch on to me. So these are things to think about. And I want to say for any woman out there who is considering weaning or is in the process of, because I spoke to a few different moms and they talk about the struggles. The moms who have been breastfeeding for over a year, the struggles of just trying to wean. And there's nobody to talk to about it because most people are like, oh, just stop. And you're just like, ooh. So I say definitely focus on like the gradual wean, right? And how do it at your own pace. Some situations obviously demand more of a rapid or a more faster rate of weaning, but I say do it at your own pace and listen to your body, and don't feel obligated or pressured to just cold turkey quit because it's going to be hard on your body. But when you do that gradual wean, you're not going to experience the pain in your chest, like you're not going to get like the lumpy breast because your body's just starting to be like, okay, I get it. the baby no longer needs this much milk, and it just starts to taper down, right? And so by you doing that, that actually help you prepare mentally, emotionally. I say come up with a game plan, whether it's like starting a new workout routine, making adjustments to your diet, because all that will impact you and your emotions while you're weaning. And I just say hang in there and know that there are people out there who experience similar issues as well. Is this something that really needs to be addressed? Because we do go through it. It's not the easiest of processes. So, yeah, for anyone out there who's pushing you to tell you to just stop, it's not that easy. And I totally understand. But just be aware of your mood and your emotions and the sadness that may come with it, because this is something that you and your child, it bonded you and your child. It's not just something that you're just doing for fun, and people may not understand that and the magnitude of that, and how it comforts your child, and your child will experience a lot of emotional changes due to the weaning. So just being mentally and emotionally prepared and physically prepared for it as well. So I wish you all the best health, happiness, and greatness throughout your journey. Love, sincerely, Culture Shocking. Bye.